What's up, guys? Welcome back. So today we're going to be diving in. We're going to take a stroll through the sexual marketplace. With that in mind, strap yourselves in, get ready to go. All right, we're going to the market, guys. When we talk about this, this is a subject that not many men will ever even hear about. And if you were to bring this up with your friend group, you might get looked at kind of with those weird eyes. All right, you'll get some people that just can't digest this. This is called red pill philosophy. All right, it has to do with that movie, The Matrix, and it's a hard pill to swallow. Many of your friends will refuse it. It's easier to go with the blue pill. Ignorance is bliss. When Neo took the red pill, Morpheus said to him, "You take the red pill, and I'll show you how far the rabbit hole goes." He takes it. He wakes up. He says, "Why do my eyes hurt?" And Morpheus says, "Because you've never used them before." So the red pill is a way to look at life. And in this situation, it's how we look at relationships, dating, marriage, and a woman's nature. All right. So this is a good place to start. This is your sexual market value. And what that means is pretty much what you're worth. A lot of guys will go through their life and they think that it's going to be like the movies. The prince is going to meet the princess. They're going to fall in love and live happily ever after. The thing is women are looking for something. Women aren't just there's not someone for everyone. It's not the way it goes. All right, some people are just they're not going to do any work. They're going to be lazy. Maybe you'll end up with someone. A lot of people just end up with people. What I want you guys to do is be able to pick who you end up with. Be selective. I want you to have abundance here. And it starts with understanding the sexual marketplace. All right? So if you look at a man, well, as you're going through high school, if you're kind of getting your bearings, you're understanding what your life is about, what it's leading you to do, you don't really have a whole lot to start with. All right, the world's kind of pushing you forward. Come on, make something of yourself. It's a big weight that we have on ourselves, guys, right? It kind of it can feel burdensome. It can feel almost too heavy at times. So when you're a young man, you don't really have much weight. You don't really have much value. A beautiful woman, on the other hand, has a lot of value from an earlier age than men do. All right, they have that beauty, and beauty is sought after. Beauty is something that everyone wants, especially there's a large demand for beautiful women. There always will be. You can tell this by the amount of texts girls get every day. If you were to have the odd chance to see a woman's DMs, if you were to live in the life of a woman, you would see that she's probably getting hit on all the time. She probably gets multiple compliments all the time. And this is for women. I'm decent looking women. They're in demand. There's plenty of men that would fuck a woman. All right, it would be harder for us to go to a bar right now, to go out and get laid. You take a pretty good looking girl, she could go out right now and have a guy willing to take her home within minutes. Within minutes. It's just the way that it goes. Men are more visual. Men are more, they want that we got high sex drives. 17 times the testosterone that a woman has. Testosterone is responsible for the driving force, all right, of sexuality. So, women are a little different, but don't let it confuse you. They want it bad too. So a woman has more value, but you'll notice that her value will decline. This is when she hits the wall. This is around the age of 24, 25-ish. It starts very young for a woman. So they have their peaks, and then at the age of 25, 24, 25, 26, it's a slow decline. All right? At about this point, you'll notice that a lot of these girls are looking to get married. They're looking for a provider. They're looking for someone that will take care of them. Now that they've had their party years and they've lived it up and they've had plenty of sex and they've traveled all over the world, they've done all this stuff, Now their looks start to decline, you know, unless the girl has put effort into building her life up, making her career, well then she's going to need someone to, you know, help provide for her. So on this descent, she starts going down, and this is a tough time for a woman, man. You know, you're 30 years old and you don't have a lover, you don't have a husband. It's like the world looks at you like something's up. What did she do wrong? No one wants her. What's she gonna do now? All right, for a man though, we start out like that brand new avatar character, no weapons, no skins, nothing, and we start to climb. And so our peak reaches around 36 years old. This is very critical. 36 years old for a man. Why is that? Well, for a man, you've started to work on yourself. Hopefully you're into self-development. You work out, you take care of your body, you're fit. All right, you've been working on your business, you've been doing good at your job, you have some money now. This is at 36. I'm not saying you're not worth anything before that. I'm just saying that's a peak. You know, by the time you're 36, you'll probably have some real life experience, you'll probably have some assets, you'll probably have some value that you can offer to other people. And so with this in mind, it's very crucial to know that you got to be patient sometimes in this whole thing. You know, when you're younger and growing up, a big trap is to just cling on to the very first girl that shows you interest. And it's a risky thing because you're not being selective. You're letting that primal driver decide for you. Okay, this girl's showing me interest. What does that mean? She likes me. We're having sex. We're having a good time. We're having fun. But when you close that one door, or when you open that one door, man, 100 others close. All right. So as you're still on your climb and your sexual market value hasn't really gone up much, and you're dating a woman at the peak of her sexual market, you're down here. All right. There's this dichotomy. There's this gap. And what I've seen plenty of times is that after, say, 2 to 3 years, if you're in a relationship, it starts to, you know, those initial honeymoon feelings kind of go away. And then you're left with this relationship that you just got into for the sake of fulfilling that horniness. You know, you had someone to have sex with. It was easy. You didn't think of the long-term effects. You didn't think about all the other girls that are out there. You just grabbed onto the first one that you saw. And so you got to understand, man, you got to be careful here. This ain't no game. All right, you got to learn game. You'll see a lot of guys get into the relationships and they can't even maintain the relationships. A girl is always looking for, this is critical, is going to look for someone that is high sexual value, all right, that has a high SMV. What does an SMV look like for a male? We talked about some things: money, status, looks, genetics, you know, social influence, stuff like that. We get into these relationships and we start to wonder what's wrong. Well, a lot of guys start to slip. They stop thinking about their futures. You're 23 years old and you're thinking about getting married. You're 22 and you're in a committed relationship for years now. I'm not saying it can work. It can't work. I'm not saying that it doesn't work. All right? Because it does work in a lot of situations. But do you want it to work? Is it the best thing that you need in your life right now? Being with a woman in a relationship is like having a friend. Would you always want your friend to be there? You got work to do, bro. You got to fulfill your destiny. All right? This is where the climbing starts. If you're busy trying to please a girl, living for a girl, making this girl the center of your life, well, something else is kind of taking a back seat now, my friend. And many relationships crumble because men seem to neglect the fact that their life is about them. It's not about some woman. All right? And the media, the story that we've been indoctrinated into tells us, well, it's about do this set of steps. And that's why I said we got to think big. Your sexual market value, dude. Think about that. And this comes into play. If you want to attract more women, well, how are you being perceived? Perceived value. I'm not saying you even have to have a lot of money. Look at Elon Musk. Went through 2 failed marriages. You know, Elon's a genius. Was he able to balance? Maybe she was just a crazy bitch, dude. Was he able to balance it out? Was he able to provide enough? There's plenty of men out there, and that's the way it is. You can't get upset about this. There will always be someone that is better looking. There will always be someone that has more money, has a bigger donger. All right, who gives a fuck? That's not what it's about. But it's your perceived value. This is the game, man. This is understanding game. You know, a lot of guys go through life without an understanding of this, and they almost make themselves like there's still that chivalry part of them. And they think that by being nice and by flattering a woman is going to make her want to have sex with him. The lowest form of this is the men that show up at the feminist rallies. Why the fuck are you there, bro? Do you really care? All these crazy women everywhere. You're fucking standing right next to them. What are you doing there, bro? Get to work. All right? Hoping that by siding with a woman, you're going to get laid. They never get laid. All right? Women like dominant men. Women like confident men. Women like men that have their shit together. That don't need to lean on them. That don't need to sob to them and tell them all their stories and tell them about their stresses and their complaints and stuff. No, keep that shit to yourself and tell it to your friend group. All right? That's not what you're supposed to bring into a relationship. There's a fine line here. A lot of men miss out because this is a hard pill to swallow. All right? You better stick that sucker down and get it down your throat, bro. Because you got to begin to realize that now. Never make a woman the center of your life, ever, under any circumstances. The way that it works is that a woman does not love a man in the same way that a man loves a woman. All right, we love unconditionally. We love like a dog. You know, it's like why we want to be loved like that. But that's not how women love men. And this isn't because they're evil. This isn't because they're flawed. This is because Mother Nature, bro. All right, the great gods bestowed on women to seek out the best alpha male of the group so that they can mate with, they can have children, they can have enough affluence, they can have, someone that can keep them protected. All right? A lot of guys think this whole love story, the guys are the real romantics, bro. The guys are the romantics. It's batshit insane how delusional a lot of men are. And this isn't cause for you to get better. And there will be stages when a lot of you guys have heard this stuff, but when you actually go through it and you see that when you're in a relationship, your girl just like, her attractiveness fluctuates. Like you'll always be attracted to her. But the way that she sees you will fluctuate depending on how you're treating yourself. Are you staying up, dude? Are you doing the things that you got to do? Are you just supplicating? Are you trying to, are you living for her? Are you putting your things that you want to do, your interests on the back burner for this woman? You think that's going to help your relationship? A lot of guys do. It doesn't. It takes a toll. It smashes the relationship. The man starts to lose his stance. He starts to lose his frame. This is a big thing that you guys got to be aware of, is the frame in the relationship. Right? There's a frame there. Who's the leader of this relationship? You or her? Who's calling the shots? You can often tell this by who's the most invested. Are you the most invested, or is she? You look at your text. Are you texting her every morning and she's not responding? Are you calling her all the time? Are you always seeing her? Are you always, wondering what she's doing? You're invested, bro. Why are you invested so much? Is it out of some insecurity that she may want someone else, or that there's someone else out there that she might be running to? Well, maybe. Maybe it's that, you know, you don't know what else to put your time into. And so this is the very, again, it's a burden, it's a cross that we got to pick up and carry. Our lives are greater than just seeking out a relationship with a woman. It's not like the fairy tales, bro. And the mind-boggling thing is, again, how prevalent this thought is in the minds of everyone. I had a buddy, let's call him a buddy, and I was talking, and they're 22, 23, they're thinking about marriage, and you got to understand this. I said, so, you know, why are you getting married? Or how, are you going to get on a knee and propose to her? Or like, why do you want to get married? And he says, dude, you need to get out more. And he said it with this condescending tone. I was just like, bro, tell me why you believe this, you know? And he says, haven't you seen the movies? And from that point on, I mean, that's blue pill. And the only way you can put it, that is the mindset that we've been born into. This is how it works. You get married. You know, men think that things are going to work out in their favor. If you look at the statistics of people getting a divorce, I believe it's like over 50%. All right. Now, with those statistics, you are not outside the realm of these statistics. So that means that if two people get married in your friend group, one of them is most likely going to divorce. That's the way the statistics works. Everyone thinks that they are outside of the statistics. No. One of the reasons people don't realize committing to someone, you don't know how much influence someone has over you when you begin to live with them, when you begin to enter into their world. These unknowns show up, bro. You know, that girl's depression that she's been living with, this never came out in the first year when you're in that honeymoon stage. Now you're committed and you rushed into the marriage, homeboy, and you put that little ring handcuff. You chained her to your little sex slave now. No one else can have sex with her. You made sure of that because you rushed into a marriage. For what reason? What did you let go of by you getting married? All right? It's crazy. It's crazy. And it's going to be pushed upon you. You're going to have a lot of friends and family thinking that, you know, if you live some kind of way that is not like this normal way, it's a little bit weird. You're the outcast. What's wrong with you? One of the best things that you guys can realize is that as you start going on your path in life, you start caring about yourself. You start getting your health in order. You start getting your finances in order. All right? Then the love will come. You'll find that. You start getting your social in order. You start having friends. You'll start meeting people. You start doing your thing. And the crazy thing is that women will flock to you. As you get older, you're an older man. Look at all these younger girls that are just obsessed with older guys. Why do you think that is? It's biological, man. They got the money. They got the status. They got the value. They can provide better experiences. You can't get mad at this. What human in their right mind wouldn't want that? And so, again, back to the game thing. Part of what game is learning to, if you don't have that, even perceiving that you have that. You know, this can be the way that you carry yourself. I can guarantee you, my friend, if you're a man in a relationship and you're coming to your girl complaining day after day, you got your head down, you're unhappy with the world, all right? Boo fucking who, woe is me. It ain't happening, bro. That relationship is going to take a toll for the worse. She'll either cheat on you, she'll have someone lined up, she's going to swing from that monkey branch, and as soon as she breaks up, she's running to that dude, all right? There's plenty of dudes out there that aren't crying like that. So if you get in a relationship, you better have your shit together, bro. You don't just get into a relationship to get into a relationship. That's foolishness. That's folly, all right? tomfoolery. So I can guarantee you, though, you start to slip, you're going to get she's going to start to have contempt. She's going to have disrespect. And the same thing for you, bro. If you were with a girl that was like this, what the fuck, man? You know, but again, we like to look at the best. Unconditional love for a man, you know, we're going to be there. We're going to try to get through it. But a woman, dude, she's got all these people hitting her up. Suitors everywhere. She's got abundance. A lot of guys never have abundance. 3% of men, you know how to actually go out into the world, talk to women, kind of, they know how the game works. This whole thing is in the favor of women, all right? Who's marriage in the favor of? Women. It's best for them. As their sexual market value declines, it's best for them. Get a provider male. If you guys decide to divorce, you get half his earnings. You know, things go bad, you're taken care of. It's not set up, dude. It's not for us. All right, so I'm telling you, be wise about this whole thing. When you're a young man, don't rush into a relationship. You got your life ahead of you. Be able to talk to multiple women. And that will lead us into the next video, which is going to be about spinning plates. All right? And how valuable that can actually be and enjoyable for your life. I'll see you guys soon.